There are cowsies down there. This is your guys' first time here. Rock is really interesting. Come on. You know what's even more interesting than the rock? Cows. So this is Malabar Farm State Park, which is right next to Mohican State Park. Kind of in between Columbus and Cleveland, in Ohio.
Your smokehouse.
This is the smokehouse? Oh yeah.
Well,
Does it still smell good, Fifi? It's kind of cool. The smokehouse was built by Louis Brumfield after he purchased the farm. The bricks you see came from the home of Henry Wallace's grandfather in Mansfield. Wallace was Vice President of the United States from 1941 to 1945 under Franklin D. Roosevelt. This is really cool. Bromfield's walk-in refrigerated cooler. Walk in, take a look, and hear your voice echo. Come on. Oh, wow. This looks more like a place for serial killers, but okay. Fifi thinks so, too. Pioneer maple sugar stirring log. Lots of history in here. The fossils you find in Pleasant Valley, where we are those of the seafloor. This valley was once filled with a great many wild critters who are not seen here anymore. Was that necessary? She said it was very necessary. Oh, do you see the golf cart? Is that what you want? No. It's not that kind of place. The early people saw eagles, they hunted elk, packs of wolves came through here, mountain lions, bobcats, rattlesnakes. But king of them all was the black bear. All of the land in Ohio was deeded to settlers through land grants. These deeds were either purchased by the settlers or granted by the United States government in payment for military service. From 1796 until 1833, all of them were actually signed by the president. So there you go, there's one of those land grants. It's kind of cool. Johnny Appleseed. The man known in American folklore as Johnny Appleseed was a visitor to the Pleasant Valley and called this area his home longer than any other place he lived during his life. Spent wandering the Ohio frontier. The first seedlings he planted in the forks of the Mohican were in a place that you can see from the top of Mount Gees on a clear day. His name was John Chapman. He came here in 1807 to prepare orchard nursery so that when the pioneers arrived, there would already be the makings of a good dumpling here waiting for them. Very important to hydrate your bayos and your fifis. That's why they carry their own little bowls. Oh wow, Fifi's taking a drink. It's a little warm, but when the wind picks up, it's okay. But out in the sun, it is a little bit warm for bayo. But in the shade, it's not bad. Oh, look at that. Brumfield's Jeep. It was yellow? Tan? Army tan? I'm not sure what I would call that. Khaki?
that's khaki.
Since Army Jeeps were heavily used during World War II, the Willys Overland Company at Toledo, Ohio, developed a universal Jeep for farm use after the war in 1945. This is an innovative substitute for a tractor. Willys Overland Company saw the Jeep as being an all-purpose farm vehicle rather than a sports utility vehicle. The Jeep was similar to an Army Jeep, except it had a lower low-speed gear and a different transmission and rear axle radio. I don't really know what any of that stuff means. It could also be furnished with a rear pulley belt and with the form of the three-point hitch. Toledo loves its Jeep is a pretty popular saying for us, by the way. In fact, making Jeeps in Toledo is what saved Toledo during the Great Depression. There it is. There's the Jeep. What do you think, babe? You just had some water. Are you feeling a little bit better?
sheep take a farmer to town, but it can also drill wells, cut hay, cut sawwood, and even dig holes for fence posts. That's a
Dig
vehicle.
holes for a fence. That's a cool vehicle. If you bring trash in, take it out. We will. We will not leave our bottle laying on the ground. So is that like the original house then too?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, it's been resided and redone if you can tell, but
Oh yeah.
I imagine it's pretty much. No, come on.
Bayo being Bayo. There's Fifi with that farmhouse. Fifi wants the farm life. No, she wants to eat the farm animals on the farm.
Look at all those bumbly bees.
Save the bees, plant some stuff. Louis Brumfield's Big House. The site is registered as a National Historic Landmark, built in 1939. 32-room house. Is an example of Western Reserve architecture. I wouldn't want to clean a 32-room house. Wow. That is the Hindu god Ganesh up there.
And we're in the middle of Amish country.
In the middle of Amish country. That's cool. That's the front door of the house. Hey, look at me then. Hey, look at me. Ugh. Okay, so standing at the farmhouse. Look at how beautiful that view is.
This would be the foothills of the Appalachians. You go any farther east or any farther south and you start the Smoky Mountains.
Oh, get a dog to sit on one of those steps. Out of the way. Just drop him for a second.
You think he's gonna say that?
No.
Here we go.
Let's go through the barn. I think we can. The guy didn't tell me there was anywhere dogs couldn't be, and I asked. I specifically said, can dogs be anywhere on the farm? And he said yes. When I got my history lesson. It still smells like there's animals in here.
There is.
Where? I don't see them. Oh, okay. Oh, let's go see. Which barn would you build? Which barn would you build? The realistic barn miniature models in this exhibit are based on Eric Sloane's book, An Age of Barns, 1966. Okay? Oh, there's the dogs. There's Bayo. There's Fifi. Hi, Bay. So there's the German salt box design. The big barn. Ohio downhill barn. The small New England barn. Continuous architecture. The big log barn. Extended bay Dutch barn. Small log barn of the Southern Mountains. The Georgia log barn. What do you think? This is where all the farmers got together after a day of farming and had a stage show and drinking.